people who don't do what we're going to talk about in this video could end up lowering their overall peace of mind when it comes to retiring. And if you're like our clients, then you want a level 10 out of 10 confidence with your plan and your decision to retire, right? Anything less than that is less than ideal. So today I want to share how to think about your investment strategy just a bit. Now let's go back to January 1 of 2022, if you can see this. And this hypothetical person was about 2 years away, or 2 years exactly, from his or her retirement date. And that seems like a pretty long time, you know, as you think about where they are, where they're going to be. They felt comfortable with their 401k allocation being pretty aggressive, you know, seeing at Streamline anyway, seeing 80 or 90 or 95% stock or stock funds at this stage, a few years out from retirement, is pretty ordinary for some. But from the point of January 1 of 2022, it seems like that 401k has done nothing but go down, unfortunately. And then 16 months later, they've got about 8 months to go until the retirement date that they have been planning on. And that's just not a great combo to have the last few months or over a year of negative market performance and getting closer to this date where you're going to rely on those things for really the rest of your life. That's not a great feeling. It's one that we can avoid too, right? So what can we learn from this, and then how can we find the right allocation as we're planning out our retirement? So let's talk about it and let's look into it in this video. If I haven't met you yet, I'm Dave Zoller and I own a retirement planning firm, Streamline Financial, with Tim and Luke and Sean. And we created this channel to help you as you're planning your retirement. So what could that guy, fake guy, have done differently? And really, what can you do? So if you're a few years out, start thinking about your retirement income withdrawal strategy. And really the simplest way to do this is split your investments into 2 to 3 buckets. And you've probably seen this before, right? It's the conservative, moderate, and growth bucket. So you've seen this before, but a lot of people don't start thinking about it until it's too late as we're looking at the timeline. I'd say about 2 years out is a great time to start really focusing on that income plan for you. And this is actually the order of importance, how we would design the step-by-step. So number one is figure out that income plan. That's the most important thing. Before you talk about or think about investment strategy and how risky you should be, it's important to just know, you know, pretend that this guy or gal needed $5K a month from their investments. Well, knowing that can help then decide how you should be allocated. So one of the goals could be, and again, meet with a investment professional or financial CFP professional to find out, but find the income plan, what you need, and then look at how much do we need in conservative or moderate for 4 to 5 years worth of income. So if that person who needed $5K a month needed $60K a year, how could he get $60K times 5? And should that be in the conservative bucket? Now that can work for a lot of people, but sometimes it doesn't. It's really, you kind of see the flow, the order of importance here. Lots of times you can go more conservative and not need to take that sort of risk that they were taking before. So it's the income plan. Find out how much in the conservative bucket, and then that decides how we should be invested moving forward. So I'd suggest meeting with that CFP or at least a financial planner that specializes in retirement planning. Figure out the safety number, that conservative number. And you don't have to work with that advisor, but just having that second pair of eyes on it, on your plan, could be useful. Now, back to this person that I referenced earlier, by making just a few small changes earlier on, they could have really had the same successful retirement plan and more peace of mind. One of the things that they could have done 2 years out is, rather than contributing 90% of their monthly or each paycheck into their 401k, rather than 90% into the stock fund allocation, they could have switched it to the more stable fund or one of the more, you know, maybe money market. It depends. All these 401ks are different, but something that's just more, that's not going to go up and down as much if the market isn't cooperating. So that's one thing, contributing to the 401k into the more stable value before you get to, you know, closer to retirement. It's like kind of having that backup plan if things don't work out as planned. Now, one of the oppositions to doing this is that some people say, well, I don't want to do that because I'm going to miss out on the growth over the next 2 years, and that's important. That's true, but the real question is, do you need that growth in order for the plan to be successful? That's why getting this income plan set and looking at the what if scenarios is so important, because then you know for sure if you actually need that level of growth over the next 2 years. Most of the time, from what we've found, it's not needed. But that's why it's important to meet with that professional or run your own plan. You can use my favorite retirement planning software below, but figure out what makes sense for you. So think about your income plan, how much you need in safe monies, and then have a few years worth of withdrawals in things that are going to be less impacted if those stock funds continue to go down. So that's the big takeaway from the stick figure drawing guide today. I hope that simple video was just helpful as you're thinking about allocation and thinking about your future. If it was, please like the video. And if you're subscribed, then I'll see you in the next one. Take care.